Hey guys, welcome back to FakelyClash. Today we're going to show you the perfect attack, and it's with Mass Dragon Riders. Look at Ranger Dan here. This was in the previous Clan War League. I recorded this, a while ago, meant to get the video out a lot sooner, but just got a little bit busy. Down here at the bottom, I'm going to show you the equipment he's using. You can take your time and go through, but everything's really basic. Starts off with a world champion and this rocket spear to help set the funnel a little bit, couple minions behind. And y'all, this attack is really good. Ranger Dan has been using it ever since this Clan War League and has had back-to-back perfect wars. So I thought it's about time I get this video out. The world champion can just go and die. You don't have to keep her alive. You don't have to use invisibility spells for her, anything like that. The queen, you missed it. She just used the giant arrow. And that's just to take out one of the air sweepers or two if you get lucky. And then here you go. After you set the funnel, just put all of those dragon riders in with the heroes behind. And I will say this attack, it does carry a little bit of risk because obviously those dragon riders, they're not gonna attack the town hall, but Ranger Dan used this in all of his Clan War League attacks and did not fail a single time. So I guess that should tell you that the attack is pretty dang good. I will say most of the bases he attacked, he went in on the side of the town hall to make sure he can get it out quickly. I mean, you see there at the bottom, those super minions come out of the siege barracks and they're the ones who end up taking that town hall down. Other than that, you're just going right through this attack. You're putting these totem spells down. I think the revive spell is a bit unnecessary, but it could cover your butt in a bad attack. I would personally rather bring in extra 2 totem spells just so I don't have to be conservative when I'm placing them. But to each their own, try it out both ways, definitely. I also have not been using this meteor staff on the world champ or on the minion prince, but that thing seems really good. Seems like it's doing a little more than the dark crown would have done, and this base was crushed. Most of his dragon riders were still alive. We'll take a look at the second attack here. And you're just using the world champion to charge in with that rocket spear. You don't have to waste any spells or really put a whole lot of thinking into it. She's going to go take out these defenses, and that's all it is to it. And then with the Phoenix, she stays alive a little bit longer to end up taking down these heroes. You did see he used 1 totem spell, which isn't necessarily going to hurt him. I mean, he's still got 12 of them remaining. Uses the queen and siege barracks to funnel on the other side. And then here go all the dragon riders. And you notice that they're being deployed relatively close to this town hall. Another thing that, I mean, is kind of obvious, but the warden does not have that rage tome on, and I know that's really popular with a lot of attacks, so make sure if you're going to try this out, try it with the healing tome, because I can definitely assure you the rage tome will not get you as far as I've tried it myself. Down here at the bottom, the minion prince came in a little bit later, and he's going to go work on that town hall and that guardian. The rest of these troops are just going through the base, taking out all these defenses. Dragon riders are really strong. You just have to know how to use them because you can easily mess this up. So when you're trying this attack out, make sure you're going to go out and get that town hall. And really, you're not worried about a whole lot during this attack because you know which direction your troops are going to head. Being that they're dragon riders, they're not just going to go for any random building. They're going to go from defense to defense. So it makes it a little bit easier in planning your totem spells, which it'll just be a little easier than, a regular dragon attack because you actually know what things are going to do. I'm going to speed things up here in a second, and we're just going to watch the minion prince along with this meteor staff take down this base. And this attack was definitely his closest attack of the war. That's why I wanted to throw this one in here because, hey, it's not always going to crush every single base, but just look at when things don't go well, how the attack goes. Because how good are your bad attacks? And that really defines you as a player and how good an attack strategy is. And somehow he gets out of this one with 3 stars. Now we're going to take a look at the third and final attack, starting with the world champion down here at the bottom. She's actually going to get great value because there's 2 of these air defenses just exposed. And guys, if you're still watching, if you could hit that like button for me. I don't get paid anything for this, so it helps me out a ton. Let's shoot for 10 likes on this video, and that'll absolutely make my day. But anyways, we'll carry on with this final attack here. And it's a super simple concept. The queen comes in to take out one of those air sweepers, siege barracks behind. That's going to help set this funnel. You've also got all that hard work the world champion put in on the other side. And then bring your attention back down to this world champion charge. She gets revived so she can go take out that other air sweeper. And that was definitely an interesting use of the world champion there. And I think that kind of further proves my point that this revive isn't the most necessary thing because you saw it was used for something so minimal down there. But hey, it did end up saving this attack and allows him to spam all of these Dragon Riders in up the top without worrying about that other air sweeper, which is definitely one way to do things on a base like this where you're not able to get both of them in just one giant arrow. So as you can see, everything is moving down here. The Town Hall was taken out very early on, and there's really not a whole lot to worry about. You know the pathing that these Dragon Riders are going to take. Just put totem spells. Don't let that monolith take them out, guys. When I'm using attacks similar to this with all the totem spells and I see that monolith, I'm just hammering those totem spells down. Same thing with the Revenge Tower. You guys definitely got to keep an eye on those. Other than that, you can just let the troops do all the work, and there's still a ton of totem spells. He's just putting them down, letting the army go through the base. This attack is actually interesting because look at the minion prints way back there. And that's actually one of those things that work really well with this army because the minion prince is not going to be following around all of your dragons. So he's going to stay back once the defenses have already been taken out, and that helps him stay alive throughout the entire duration of the attack. He's going to put in the cleanup troops there, and there you have it. That's 3 stars again, and we got promoted into Champions League, this Clan War League, all thanks to Ranger Dan and that attack strategy. So let me know if you're going to be trying it out. So thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to subscribe.